All right, guys, so here we have a pretty simple problem. We're working with a sink, and the sink is leaking water at 1 drop per second. So we're given that we have 1 drop leaking every second. Now, we're asked to find the amount of water that we're leaking per year in gallons. So the amount of gallons we're leaking per year is equal to some number. And we're also going to be looking for whatever that gallons per year is in mass. So we'll convert the volume to mass, and we can keep that per year, although you don't really have to. And that's going to be some number in pounds. So to start things off, let's go ahead and start converting from this 1 drop per second to gallons per year. It's just going to be some stoichiometry, if you remember that from chemistry class. So if we have 1 drop per second, and what we're looking for is gallons per year. So whatever we multiply out to should give us this unit here. Gallons per year. So go ahead and draw the line a little bit longer there. So let's start our conversions here. We know we want gallons on top, so we have to get rid of our unit of volume. So we'll get rid of a drop. You divide a drop by a drop. So we have 46,000 drops per 1 gallon. And now, as you can see, the drops and drops will cancel out. And now you have gallons per second. But we're not looking for gallons per second. We're looking for gallons per year. So how do we convert from seconds to years? Well, to get rid of the seconds, we have to have a seconds in the numerator. Otherwise, if you put it in the denominator, you'll have seconds squared when you multiply across. So we'll have seconds up here in the numerator, and if you do, you'll have 60 seconds per 1 minute. We'll just work our way up here. And then now these seconds, use some red here, these seconds and seconds will cancel out. And now if you notice, you'll have gallons per minute. So to take this a step further, we have 60 minutes per 1 hour. Now go ahead and cross out your minute and minute. And now you have gallons per hour. Now how many hours are there? 24 hours per 1 day. Cross that out. And now you have gallons per day. Now, sorry, I'm going to have to go on to the next line here, but we're going to multiply all this across by the following, which is going to be 365 days per 1 year. Now we go ahead and cross out our days and day, and now you are left with gallons per year. So that's what we were looking for. And if you multiply this across and you put it in your calculator, you'll find that you have 685.6 gallons per year. So that's your answer. Let's write it out here as well. 685.6 gallons per year. So that's your answer to part A. So now we have our volumetric flow rate of how much water we're leaking per year. So essentially 685.6 gallons is how much you're leaking in a year. Now you have to convert that into how much that weighs in mass. So we're given the density, which is necessary. And if you remember from 6th grade science that density is equal to mass divided by volume, we can just rearrange this and just have that mass, we're looking for mass in this case, mass is equal to density times volume. Well, the mass will be equal to the density of 62.3 pounds per V3. And we're going to multiply that by the volume. The volume is 685.6 gallons per year, or we could just leave it as gallons, but I'll just put gallons per year. And now you notice you can't really multiply this across because you don't really have consistent units here. What we're looking for is we want to keep the mass of pounds, and supposedly we could keep the years. You don't have to have it there, but we want the pounds here, but we can't have gallons and feet cubed. They're not compatible. So if you go to your conversion chart here from the beginning of your textbook after the title page, and you go down to volume, you know that 1 gallon has 0.13368 cubic feet. So go back here, and we'll add that conversion factor in of 1 gallon being equal to 0.13368 cubic feet. Now, you notice that the gallons and gallons will cancel out, and you're left with the unit of pounds, and also should have also canceled out the cubic feet. Sorry about that. Now you're left with pounds per year, which is the unit that I was looking for. And now if I multiply this out and put it into my calculator, I'll have that the mass is equal to 5,709.9 pounds. So we're leaking 5,709.9 pounds of water per year.